Hello everyone, welcome back. So today's video's topic is degree of freedom analysis in process engineering. If you are a chemical engineer or if you are a student of chemical engineering, so you probably encounter sometimes when you were solving some material balance problem, and after spending long hours you were not able to solve that particular problem. So degree of freedom analysis is actually a very helpful tool to understand either the given problem is solvable or not. Okay, so before starting to solve any material balance equation, it is advisable first perform degree of freedom analysis to see that you can solve that particular problem or not. So in this video we are going to learn how one can perform degree of freedom analysis in the process engineering calculations. In any process unit or in any unit process, the very first thing you have to draw the process flow diagram and label all the unknown variables. Okay, and these variables could be like stream flow rates, compositions, temperatures, pressure, etc. Okay, and then you have to count those unknown variables. In the next step you have to write the independent equations and count them, and these equations come through either material balance, okay, on atomic or species, and then it can also come through the energy balance or reaction stoichiometry if the reactions are happening in particular problem, or there could be additional relations like Mayer data, phase equilibria, density relations, conversion information, etc. So when you have this information, you have unknown variables and you have total number of independent equation, then you can start degree of freedom analysis, and it's very simple. So degree of freedom is equal to number of unknowns minus independent equations. Okay, so if the degree of freedom is equal to 0, it means the problem is solvable. Okay, and if the degree of freedom is greater than 0, it means it's a positive 1. So it means the you cannot really able to solve the problem and you need extra information. If the degree of freedom is 1, it means that you must have to specify or you have to assign some random number to some of the one unknown of the problem, then you will able to solve that problem. And if degree of freedom is less than 0, it means your system is over specified. Okay, and then it could also create the problem. So next step, we are going to take a problem statement and we will perform the degree of freedom analysis. So this is the problem statement for today's lecture. That is, a stream of humid air enters a condenser where 95% of water vapor is condensed. So the humid air that is containing a lot of water is entering into condenser, and 95% of that water is being condensed in the condenser. The liquid condensate leaving the condenser and is measured at 225 liter per hour. So the condensed water from the condenser are coming out with this flow rate. Dry air can be taken as 21% of oxygen and 79% of nitrogen by mole. So this is the problem statement. What we have to do, we have to perform a degree of freedom analysis, the first step. The second, we have to calculate the molar flow rate and the compositions of oxygen, nitrogen, and water of the gas that is leaving the condenser. So we have to find all these parameters in the outlet. Okay, so now move to the next step. And as I already mentioned that the very first step is you have to draw the process flow diagram. Okay, and here this box is a condenser, this is the feed, that is the humid air. And in humid air there are two parts. One part is dry air and the other part is water that is going through this air. So we know the composition of dry air that is given, where is 0.21 is the mole fraction of oxygen in the air and 0.79 is the mole fraction of nitrogen. And N2 is the molar flow rate of water that is going through this dry air into the condenser. So N1 and N2 we don't know actually. Then the water is being condensed. How much? It was saying that 95% of the water in the feed was condensed. Okay, so but how much water is coming out in terms of a molar flow rate we don't know, so that's why I put it here 3. And in the outlet there are three things are coming out: oxygen, nitrogen and water. So we don't know the molar flow of oxygen, nitrogen and water. So now we can count the unknowns. The first one is this N1, N2, N3, N4, N5 and N6. So there are 6 unknowns. So to perform the degree of analysis, we have to write independent equations. Okay, to solve this problem we must have at least, I mean, we must have 6 independent equations. So we have 3 species: oxygen, nitrogen and water. So we can write 3 independent equations from elemental balance on each species. One is for oxygen, one is for nitrogen and one is for water. And there is one equation that is the relationship between the volumetric flow rate to the molar flow rate. So that is here. So N3 can be solved by this relation, because we know the volumetric flow rate but it's in a different unit. But if we know the density of the water, we can convert this volumetric flow rate into the molar flow rate, okay, by using molecular weight of water as well. So we have one equation from here, and there is another equation that can be written is the 95% of water is another relation between the condensate water stream coming out, that we are saying here distillate, to the water that is being fed into the condenser. Okay, and this can be written like this: the molar flow rate coming out from the condenser is equal to the 0.95 into the molar flow rate entering into the feed. Okay, so here we have 6 unknown. Okay, and we have uh, 5 independent equations. So degree of freedom is 1. It means that at the current situation, at the currently given data, we are not able to solve this problem. So if we really want to solve this problem, we must need one extra information, and that information could be, okay, so that I'm right, I already written here, we must need one more information to solve this problem. And let's suppose that the inlet air contains 10 mole percent of water. Okay, so this is the new information that we have. Okay, and now after having this information we can relabel the process flow diagram. And here uh, the uh, N1 and N2, because it's given that 10 mole percent is water in the feed. So it means that 0.1 mole fraction of water and 0.9 mole fraction of dry air is in the feed. So having this new information, now the degree of freedom will be 0, and we can solve this problem. In the next step, I will write the simple equations. Okay, so the very first relation could be the density relationship. Okay, so that is the N2 molar flow rate. Okay, and we can convert 225 liter per hour water multiply by density, that is 1 kilogram per liter of water, that is the water density. And if I see the mole, so 1 mole contains 18 into 10 raised to power minus 3 kilogram. Because it's in kg, that's why I'm putting this here 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay, so this is the first equation. From here we can have the value of N2. Now you can simple write the species balance, like for oxygen. So the oxygen, that is N1, the total molar flow rate of air, and it is 0.9 is the mole fraction of dry air, and in that you have 0.21 oxygen. Okay, N4, not N3. N3 is water. Okay, so this is the oxygen. And now similarly we can write equation for nitrogen, that is N1 molar flow rate, it is 0.1 and then 0.79. Okay, and it will be equal to the N5. So we have this new equation. Okay, and after that we can also write a balance for water. And for water, we know that in the feed, that is N1. Okay, there we have 10 mole percent of water, so 0.1. Okay, and it is equal to N2, that is sorry, N3 plus N6. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just having these 5 equations, you can just put the values from 1 to the each, and simultaneously you can solve. So the actual answer I'm just leaving here on you. So when you solve this problem, just write your answer in the comment section. I'm going to check it out and give my feedback. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you learn something new. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next video, take care. Bye bye.